Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Krakoa Invitational. We are going to be having our first official match of the lower division, otherwise known as what was the house called? I forget. But I am brought to you by the Purge Order on the side, while also being a lovely casted with my fellow caster, Anna. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I can't complain yet.
I'm really
The
excited to
games
see
haven't
this
started
matchup.
yet. I'm honestly excited too. I know a lot of players on one of the teams and a couple of them on the other team, so I have to pick favorites. I'm going to be rooting for Dreadnaught myself, but
We're a bit
don't tell
biased
my
over
brother.
here.
But I can't wait to have a caster curse going.
Yes. Maybe we'll end up
So,
jinxing Dreadnaught tonight.
you know, if it happens, it happens. Maybe the odds ever be in their favor, but I believe Cornipede and Mackie with Spear on that tank can bring it back on Pierce the Heavens. So Dreadnought has a lot of money running on this. So we'll have to see how it goes.
We're getting to watch the first game of this tournament, the first group stage match. So that's quite exciting.
Oh, I know. It's honestly nerve-wracking too. I believe we have a couple of the players on each team. If I believe so, Shrimp and Cornipede are also streaming their POVs. So if y'all want to hear our lovely voices while watching through their POVs, by all means, watch both.
Yes. At the moment,
So
sorry.
you're fine. Go ahead.
Taking a look at Dreadnaught's roster. And I will say, something I noticed with both of these rosters is that both of them picked three tanks primarily. I feel like
Really?
for this division specifically, it was just kind of tank heavy. Tanks were the first pick for a lot of it.
I do agree. I think there was a lot more tanks that fell or waterfalled through down to the lower division, with a lot of the DPS not really being able to stay in there. But I will say that the DPS players in the lower division are a lot higher in rank than I think some of their teammates, should I say.
Yes. We noticed that the DPS tend to range higher when it comes to Grandmaster. Excuse me.
Oh my, it looks like we're actually about to get kicked off here right now.
They're
Map
kicking it.
number
They're sick of
one,
us talking.
honestly. I hate this map with a passion.
Oh, Clintar. I feel like everyone has their map that they're not the biggest fan of. I'd say mine for domination is typically Krakoa.
See, Hell's Heaven used to be my least favorite, but then a lot of the new characters came out, and I could play Dinosaur and grab people and throw them off the map, and it became a lot more fun.
Change your mind a little bit.
Just a little bit, but I'm definitely excited to see. Do you think we're going to see much Cyclops actually making it through, or do you think we're going to get the first bands out?
I wonder if maybe the teams might have a bit of like, because it's a new hero, maybe they're not feeling it's as much of a threat, but I feel like if you have a Phoenix player, those skills can really transfer over. So could be worrisome. I know Dreadnought has a hit scan player. I can't quite remember who, but I feel like Cyclops could be a little scary in their hands, so
Now we do see the Cyclops hover on the side of Pierce the Heavens, with Skibo baskets getting ready to run out. We do see with double Gambit bans coming out. I'm not surprised. Nobody wants to play against the Gambit comps. We're not seeing a Cyclops protect though, preferably going to the Dinosaur on the side of Pierce.
it actually did just dawn on me. I do believe that Cyclops is not allowed for this week, is it not? I
I
believe there's a
have
week buffer
no
period.
idea. I mean, surely that was last week because he's been out for at least a week, right?
Maybe. We'll
Who
see.
knows? We'll get a touch from the staff
Hopefully
in a
both
little
teams
while to
know.
see.
We
That
just show up. We do the
is,
talking. We do the yapping part of it.
I don't make the decisions. I just get to announce what's going on.
And we're seeing a Luna ban from Pierce the Heavens. I think they're going to take out that White Fox Luna combo. Ah, no Cyclops until the 19th.
You know, I don't know where you got your sources, but that was quick. I was just about to ask.
I'm a bit of a chat scavenger.
You know, that is entirely fair. But rounding out these other bands, we're not seeing the Dino band coming out of Pierce the Heavens, but we do see a bunch of the supports. I think Pierce the Heavens kind of has an idea of what needs to be banned out for this team.
Yeah, these look very
I'm very
specific.
surprised. Yes.
Especially
Well, I mean, if you're banning all the supports, then no offense with lower division draft, not a lot of the players can play every character.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, therefore, if you're banning all the top tier supports, you're more likely to just stop them. Like you see the Gambit, Mantis, Luna banned specifically because Numbnut is going to be running that White Fox. And you also see the Rocket ban coming out as well to round it out. Just being able to have an extra bit of pressure on the support lineup onto Dreadnaught really kind of holds them back, which I'm really surprised we didn't see the Invis ban, knowing that Shrimp Warrior is on this team. Or the Jeff ban with Sankara. I'm pretty sure Sankara is a Jeff OTP, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
I believe so. I'm not quite sure if someone might need to tell Pierce the Heavens about the Cyclops.
You should be able to, I think you're inspected. You can type, I think, match chat, if I'm not mistaken.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Nope. You're inspecting chat.
Oh,
no.
Dang. Okay, wait.
You might be able to pause it real quick. Or you not host.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, kicking it off. Here we go.
All you
We
need to do
got the
is
corner
capture
feed on the
mission
dinosaur
area.
with spear on
Got
this
it?
Hulk. Gonna be running a fastball comp with this Wolverine. Gonna be trying to throw Mackie around, seeing if he can't get an early grab on the side of Dreadnaught.
It looks like
I'm hit. Cover me.
Dreadnaught is playing quite a bit behind cover. We're looking at Kim's Folly right now on Angela, heading towards the back.
Kind of hidden. He does get a grab. Oh, and then gets snagged out of the air, as we do see a
I
pause.
believe that was the realization of Cyclops.
Yes, I think we are going to be putting a little pause on this. Maybe a restart coming out, depending on what's going on.
I do apologize. I see tournament staff in the chat talking about letting him know.
Yes.
I am not able to. Marvel Rivals is quite weird with the spectate system and not being able to talk to either team. So
Hey, can y'all pause?
they are paused.
They're currently paused right now.
Yes, Pim's Folly is
Okay.
talking to them right now.
Can you let Skiboba know that Cyclops is banned for?
Spectators do not have access to match chat, so you might have to let him know
We
through Discord.
cannot type in match chat,
Oh, okay.
unfortunately. So we might need to put a little quick restart on this match.
Area is yours to capture.
Okay, yeah. I'll just ping.
Well, he's dead. Let's see if he switches. If he switches, then it won't matter. Oh, he got rezzed by Rocket.
They got behind you.
Oh, well.
Let's take a look and see. Is he running back to spawn or no?
Oh, yes.
He is. Okay, there we go. Little mishap, which is understandable. First game of the season.
Absolutely.
It's always going to happen. All right, let's get this show on the road. We do see Sankara, first one with an ultimate here. We'll be able to see a Deadpool ult as Rocket does go down on the side of the Pierce the Heavens.
Capture the mission area.
I do... Okay, never mind. I apologize. I was being told to let them know to restart, and they corrected it. So, okay. Dreadnaught getting that first point pick with a little bit of help with the Cyclops having to switch.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an unfortunate, but he does start out with a Namor coming out with 55% ult charge. So, I mean, hey, not too bad, you know?
Not bad at all. And I'm sure Pierce the Heavens, they still have a good chance of taking this back again.
Spirit just kind of running around being a menace on his backline. Will he get a pick?
Yes.
I don't think so, but he will lose his form. My goodness.
And he escapes, he lives, his teammates Phoenix getting out of there.
Fantastic healing as we do see the magic ult coming out. Will we see any picks? Misses once, twice, doesn't get anybody just yet as we do see the rocket ult coming out.
Let's get the rocket ult out.
Go have fun.
Going to be, we'll take out Black Dominus as we do see the whole getting his form back again. We do see Nemuro coming in on the supports. Will he get none coming out? Pim Folly stunned as Bandit does take out one support on the side of the heavens. Hulk out coming out to try to see if he can't stall this point, maybe get a pick. Invis ult as well on the point. Here's the heavens throwing everybody out. Goodness.
It's just old Domino here.
No, for real. Let's see who's next.
Dreadnaught crosses over to the 80% for points.
Devil will come out here. Does actually get one. Will he get two? Makes it two,
Gets
I
both
think.
supports for Dreadnought. They should be able to take point back over here. Oh,
Oh, a little bit of a
Unfortunate
delayed
Angelo.
ult there from Folly. I don't know, what did you think about that ult? I think he might have been a little bit of a waste on the side of Folly.
yes. Could have been a fat finger for all we know, but I do know it was quite unfortunate to see. And Pierce the Heavens.
If he
almost
wasn't
another
super low,
rocket
it
ult.
was a very fat ult.
Yes.
I think he got the whole enemy team though.
In terms of CC, very successful.
Now, only one ult kind of present as Sin Cara's getting pretty close to that Bucky ult coming here. Phoenix close enough next to the 70% on the side of Dreadnought. Though, Cornipede will have this Dino ult. Will he use it early in this fight to try to win this point?
And Echo has that rocket ult to counter. He's going to before Bucky gets his ult out. And takes him down once again.
Feeling fantastic.
We'll see two ults used on the side of Pierce the Heavens. Kind of unfortunate. You kind of, especially if you're defending this with only 50%, you definitely don't want to be down in the ult department. Invis only at about 76% ult charge coming out with two DPS ults pretty much already there on the side of Dreadnought, with Dominus getting pretty close up to that 80%, Shrimp following pretty close after that, as well as 80% on this Cloak and Dagger.
We do have Bandit on Phoenix. Perhaps looking to take out that Devil Dino. Get what headshots you can get on him.
That is true. Honestly, I think this just depends on if Skibo Baskets can get a pretty big Namor ult.
Oh, and Phoenix on Dreadnought's side taken out. Coming with the Namor ult, that looks huge already.
Oh
from
my
that perspective.
god!
Oh, no, 4K from Skibo Baskets. Yes.
All I know
Skibo
is if I'm on the
Baskets.
side of Dreadnought, I point out the strange. We do see here. Go to Hulk. Go Hulk. Will he get the ult cancel? The portal cancel?
He's going for it. Oh, he's getting blocked.
He's stunned.
But
He does get the cancel. They aren't able to get it off
get out
in
in
time.
time.
Unfortunate on the side of Dreadnought.
even with that delay.
Holding on to about 4 ults there in that fight. Just very unfortunate timing on there. Honestly, fantastic Pierce the Heavens bringing the entire 0 to 99% comeback in this round number 1.
Dreadnought looking like they're switching things up a bit here. Switching that Bucky to a Punisher and that Emma to a Dino, trying to kind of match that Dino composition. And now having a Mag ult. I'm curious to see if that's going to help them out in this next fight. Or at least make it a little bit more even.
It was quite unfortunate because I know Damas had Emma ults in that last fight before he had to switch to Portal. And then now he's on the Dinosaur with only 48% charge, just losing all of that ult
I
charge.
believe there was also a
That could
Bucky
have
ult
possibly
there
won in this fight.
from Sin
Yes.
Cara.
There was actually, yes, I do agree.
Got it?
But at least Dreadnought gets to keep their Cloak and Dagger ult, and hopefully they can get it out at a good time.
Yeah, honestly, if Shrimp can get a pretty delayed ult, like just maybe like a smidge after this Invis ult, I think they have a very good opportunity of winning this first fight.
I do hear that Daredevil looking at the back line. Not quite in the action yet.
Looks like a mission area.
I've always been curious as to how Devil can see. You know, he's supposed to be blind, isn't he? Doesn't really get anybody with a Phoenix ult though.
here comes the invisible.
Us Against the World will come out, definitely helping his team.
Daredevil. I do believe this will keep Dreadnaught pretty stable during this fight. He's still looking. Going for that
Super
slow.
kind of caught out by himself. No other support. Sinkara following just right after. Make it 1, make it 2, make it a 3-piece combo. Will he get 4? No, he will not. Esquiva Basket. I keep wanting to say Bilbo Baggins every time I see his name.
That was a lot of value from the Daredevil there. I mean, both supports out. That's huge. You get both supports out. To me, that's usually a 1 fight. Unless you can pull off some crazy ult.
Oh yeah, I'm very impressed with with Mackie, how he's doing on this Daredevil. Being very patient, kind of waiting to see if the supports are going to separate. Waited for that Fox TP to go away from the Cloak and Dagger to then collapse on that Cloak and Dagger and just basically pick up a free kill.
Let's take a look at this Punisher ult. Going for that Hulk, but Hulk's going to get out of there.
Not really going to find anybody with this Punisher roll.
Pierce the Heavens just found cover fast. Oh, and it gets blocked by the Invis shield. We are playing old Domino once again.
Yes, as we do see what 4 ults on the side of Dreadnaught, maybe 5 because Shrimp used it just a little earlier, just to not really pick up this point. Very quite unfortunate, just targeting and kind of being on the same page is kind of why Dreadnaught's just not really doing too hot in this match.
I will say, I know Pierce the Heavens, I feel like they're playing very close together. They're playing very in sync. When one moves one area, the others are following. Dreadnought kind of seems to be getting a little bit more easily separated. And I fear we have the caster's curse on us.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
We always love a caster's curse. At least they have something to blame if they lose this match, and I will apologize after the fact and we'll make a statement.
Absolutely. We'll make the twit longer right after this.
Exactly. Make sure to put out a Reddit post too.
Dreadnought getting the invisible out. And it looks like Numbnuts get to pick on the big Mackie, but Pierce of Heaven supports there, just keeping them stable on this point. Let's see if Dreadnought will be able to get the Strange Ult out. And they won't, or the Strange Ult, excuse me, the Strange Portal out. And it will not come to fruition.
I'm not sure, but do you recall Bandit ulting a single time in that game?
I do.
I think he ulted once on the Phoenix, but he was not able to ult on the Magic. Okay.
Yes.
I remember
did
he
see
was
that
on the Phoenix
ult.
originally.
Scapo Basket, such a well-deserved MVP. We saw that 4K, the 3K with the ult, and then the follow-up on the 4th was just, I mean, it was a beautiful ult.
Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely ugly skin, but
Horrible
fantastic
skin.
ult.
You see right there, that was
Scapo Basket's
5K?
20 final hits.
Oh.
Honestly, if I'm the side of Dreadnaught, I think I try to see if I can't put one of my tanks on some dive and see if I can't coordinate a dive with Bandit. Because Bandit is an excellent dive player to be able to put some more pressure on Echo and Milo in this backline. But Mackie and Spiro are just kind of running around free of charge. Not really anybody's doing much to these two players. And I'm really hoping to see a bit more out of Dreadnaught in this next game. Kind of learn from their mistakes here. Maybe see if we can't ban something differently going forward and then go from there.
Yeah, I mean, Pierce the Heavens, those are great DPS picks right there. Clearly with the Skibo Basket pick especially. 20 final hits, just a great performance. If I was Dreadnaught, I'd be a little bit more worried, perhaps trying to figure out what our next move is and calming maybe a bit more on positioning, I feel.
Yeah, I could see that. Honestly, I think the big issue when it comes to Dreadnaught is just not really being on the same page, and they kind of just leave their supports out to dry a lot of these times. Like, you're running comps with Emma and such, or even if you're running a dinosaur comp, if you're all staying together, you have a better chance of being able to kind of help your backline and survive. But sometimes you just can't always get what you need.
Yes, and I feel some of those Emma grabs maybe could have been put a bit more towards that Daredevil that was just in their back line, taking out the supports.
I will say, going off of the ranks, Pierce the Heavens definitely has a lot more aura in this match.
Yes. I think it's especially due to all be matching Grandmasters, just...
Exactly. And even the sub on the bench also having that GM3 role. Like, look, it's just... Maybe they were just not playing much rank this season. Folly, Shrim, and Numb. But I believe in them. I think they can do it.
Yes. I believe so too. I think this is going to be their one. It's Convergence for this next fight. I am excited to see what map is picked especially. Do you have any bias picks for Convergence maps? Do you have any you love, any you hate?
I hit the maps. Let's see. It's random map selection. I believe the maps that are probably Convergence or Convoy. I think Convergence is definitely a much better second point map. Type of map, just because you have that ability to just kind of hold them on that first point and just kind of make a statement, say, hey, we're actually still here to play. Or if they're attacking first, then if you can stomp and you can capture that point really quickly, you can really set the pace of the entire map. Convoy's a bit different because that point's always moving, or you're wanting it to. But if you're not continuously on the point and kind of getting that stuff moving forward, pardon me.
Clip that out.
We'll edit in post.
Yeah, exactly. I do know Dreadnaught, it is loser's pick for this, and from my knowledge, it will be a Convergence map that Dreadnaught will be picking. My personal bias in the tournaments I've played, especially Central Park, has been such a loved map. I feel like anytime I played Convergence, it was always on Central Park. I do personally have a bias for Wakanda. I can't quite remember the specific map name. You know which one I'm talking about. Hala Dajalia.
That is true.
I believe that is a great map.
I believe you're correct that it is a pretty decent map. I think in terms of the players on Pimp's Folly, I think honestly, you go Clintar Convergence in this.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure, I think some of the tanks on Pimp's Folly can play Penny. You can get some good Penny nests going down. Just a lot of lockdown. But it just seems like Pierce the Heavens has that mobility to be able to kind of run around the map and do whatever they want to do. So if you're running on, say, like a smaller outlet of map, where you're able to kind of hang out in like small spaces, you're able to do a whole lot more as a team that's not really too great at staying mobile and staying together.
Yes, and I also feel when it comes to Clintar, there's a lot of good coverage on that defending spot in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe they can play some more, crowd control heroes, kind of keep them towards the middle and keep them from going left or right. We could see them hold for a minute, but I know Pierce the Heavens, they have very clearly great dive going for them, so it'd still be
Oh, yeah.
perhaps running a more anti-dive, I guess, at kind of the lower elo. Your first thought is really just like, get the Namor out if you can. If that's what you need, let's get that out.
Honestly, and you can even run, I'm surprised we didn't see a single Moon Knight in this game, with the dinosaur being on both sides.
Yes, absolutely. And knowing that their team does work so well together, and that they are so grouped up, you can kind of use that Moon Knight maybe to their advantage. Use the fact that they're such a great team against them. And as predicted, I'm not sure if you see it, but I see it. We are looking at Central Park.
We are going to be looking at Central Park. Okay. Look at you guessing right on the dot.
I think it's my low elo. I just know. I know low elo. We love Central Park.
That is fair. Central Park is a beloved map. It has been for so many times.
And it to be such a great, strange map.
I'm just exponentially glad that we didn't go Convoy and play Krakoa, because that map sucks.
Just not a good map. I do not like it.
It is such a bad map.
I am also not a fan of the museum map. Get to third point, that payload is just still... It's still
Well,
kicking
you
in.
see, I like that map only because the first 2 points are so attack heavy, like attack leading, that you get to that third point and the defense finally has a bit of breather and such where they're able to kind of do their thing. But it's also trying to figure out everything when it comes to the breakable like doorways and just using that to your advantage in the fights
That's true. It is a
can
very
really make or
unique
break a
map.
team.
And I find on the opposite end, Araco, that's more like attack, more defend heavy on the first point. I feel like you can hold them for quite a bit first point, and then the second and third points where you kind of start feeling a bit more pressure on the defense side.
Exactly.
So I think it's so interesting how all these different maps have so many different play styles you can use with them. And again, I am a low elo chud, but I find I have a little bit of opinion when it comes to map picking. I do. I love Araco for Convoy. That's my secret shame.
What is your peak? Because you say you're a low elo chud. So what is your peak?
Flat.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, you're like, okay, yeah, you're right.
I only say that because I'm a GM2 peak because I don't play much ranked myself. I don't find it as fun
Also-
anymore, especially as a tank player. It is the most gut-wrenching experience.
I am also a tank player, so I absolutely understand that. If I'm
you
not
understand.
queuing with numbnuts, I'm not queuing at all. So
Well, I think Numbnut should be banned because he's the only one that didn't follow the script.
I know it's
So-
a bit, you know, like you think you're better than your team, but
Yeah, right? Like, honestly, like, can we just ban this guy?
yeah, get this guy out of here. Switch him out.
Yeah,
Get
maybe,
Shrimp
maybe
in
we start a
here.
poll. Maybe we start a poll in the chat. And we just ban this guy. you
Yeah.
know?
Who wants numbnuts banned? Get his white fox out of here. And they don't actually
we-
go for the white fox save this time around.
I know they did switch out 2 players. I believe Blazing Heat is in and Kin is in. So it looks like Dom and Shrimp are not playing in this lobby.
Yes, and I do know Blazing Heat is a tank player. So I'm curious to see what the dynamic between Pim's Folly and Blazing Heat on that front line looks like. How their hero pool kind of meshes well together.
Well, I'm very surprised that we didn't get to see much of the Pim's Folly famous Captain America.
Sadly, Pierce the Heavens did ban that out last time, and I'm kind of curious if they'll go for that again this time around. I would love to see some Captain gameplay. That's my current hero I'm learning. Not well, but, you know.
Was that Pierce that banned it, or was it Dreadnaught? I think it was Dreadnaught that banned it.
You might be right. Oh! No, because
Because
Pierce the
I'm pretty
Heavens
sure
banned
Pierce
4
the Heavens
supports.
banned out all the sports. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. My brain isn't
Well,
working
thank you.
today. Neither team goes for a ban there, and I'm assuming that they're putting in chat, which is quite unfortunate for us because we cannot see that. So
You know, it is very unfortunate because it tells you that a lot of players don't play on like customs like this or don't do the ignite bans, should I say?
yes,
Because everybody forgets about the middle ban.
every time.
Because you don't realize it, because especially you have Rocket, it's like, okay, so Dreadnaught bans the Rocket. They're like, okay, so it's the other team's ban.
It's like, no, it's both of y'all.
The other team's like, well, they have 2 bans here, right? No.
So then everyone's just confused, and I am a very biased. I love Ignite. I've watched a lot of Ignite. I was a huge Envy fan, you know, when they did have a team. So that is quite the only reason why I know of Ignite.
Right, right.
But yeah, the bans can be very confusing, especially for people that haven't played in a tournament quite like this.
You see, I do agree that it can be confusing, especially because not a lot of people or
The
draft
right
leagues
heroes
will
can
play
make
on the
all the
Ignite
difference.
bans. They typically do MRC bans if they're going to do any bans themselves. But I'm very curious to see what that middle ban, if they're going to respect it or if it's just going to be a wiped ban, because both teams didn't ban. So, I mean, truly, instead of making it confusing, you could just say, okay, no ban here. We're just going to go forward. Not worry about it.
Absolutely.
But we see the Emma protect, but the lack of an Emma. Care to explain that one?
I apologize. I
We'll be
was
coming
forcing
in
my
30
husband to
seconds.
end his
Stay
stream
strong.
as my OBS is not quite feeling
어머나,
the internet love at the moment and is buffering for everybody.
Angela.
This armor was forged in heaven and
second
weathered on
here.
Oh, was the stream lagging?
for centuries.
Yes.
Then it should hold up fine for a few hours on stage.
Oh, it didn't really
right?
look like it was lagging that much. I wonder if it was the sound. That's what was
Battle
doing it.
starts in
Because
5, 4,
I had the stream up in another monitor, but it didn't seem like it was doing too bad.
You
I'm
have to
going to get
stop them
stuck
from
still
securing the mission
on
area.
the 4 seconds until match start.
I
Oh,
hope this is
we're back
important.
again, I think.
Reed and I had a date.
Oh no, mine's been going the entire time. Mine's
Oh,
fine.
well, I might have forced him off for no reason. Whoops.
Yeah. Alright, let's get this show on the road.
Yes. And already right off the bat, we hear that Daredevil in the back.
Will get taken out. Beautiful stuns by Blazing Heat.
A nice deep freeze.
Let's see, him's running that Angela again. Almost gets that Bucky isolated.
Now, Angela did just get a buff recently where she got a speed boost on her shift and her grab and stuff. So, she can be very strong, as we do see them just going in the background. Yep. Beautiful. Exactly what I was saying. If you finally put somebody able to dive with Bandit, Bandit can shine, can bait, and do a whole lot more. We do see the portal coming out. They will get this read and touch right before they secure it. Bandit trying to get a kill on this Bucky. Not really doing too hot as Angela says, hi, I want to join the party.
Here's what happens, gets 2 picks from them. Luna
It's a
taking out the other
1-for-2
Luna.
trade.
Let's see. Both supports here.
Oh
for
wait,
Dreadnought
we
are
see
gonna have to back out.
triple tank on the side of Dreadnaught. I just realized.
Oh yeah, for some reason my brain saw Thor and just assumed him to be a DPS. But
I'll be honest, I didn't see the Emma at all.
let's see.
Definitely interesting. I'm curious to see how well it'll work into this. Especially when you have no more Dino, but you do have this Wolverine, as Emma will go down, getting grabbed by the Angela. My brain couldn't process what her name was.
And since that does have the first ultimate on that Bucky, we could see it get popped pretty quickly knowing that Dreadnought doesn't have those support ults to negate it yet.
Power beyond sight.
Ults or not, it looks like Pierce the Heavens is doing a great job at isolating Dreadnought and just taking them out one by one.
Oh yeah. Absolutely phenomenal job. As we do see 2 ults coming out here pretty close on the side of Pierce the Heavens, as fantastic grab by this Bucky will stop the Thor from being able to do much. Emma tries to go in a diamond form, tries to get herself out of there to avoid being grabbed by this Angela, but just slowly but surely getting whittled down by this DPS line on the side of Pierce the Heavens. Fantastic Skiba Baggins. Will he get another pull?
Oh, so
Just
close
out
to
of
that
range.
Thor.
Well, we have 6 ults on both sides. We'll see who pulls the trigger first.
Oh boy, we might have.
Honestly, it'd be a flip of the coin. If I'm Dreadnought, I would pull it first. If I pop Pim's Folly ult, you pop this Angel ult. As we do see, Magic ult is the first one to go. Trying to be the one to engage instead of the 3 tanks.
Everybody. We have the Emma ult out, we have the Luna ult out. Angela ult's coming out from Pierce the Heavens. It's a bit hard to keep up with here.
Everybody's popping ult. The only ults that haven't been used is a Strange. Agamotto coming out now. Does get a couple stuns. Will we see this Thor ult coming out? No, holding it for next game. This Strange almost super low does get taken down. No portal available for another 9 seconds. So they will have another potential touch depending on how long Pierce the Heavens holds this point. Thor finally pops this ult coming out. Gets a couple. No, gets 0 stuns. The
Stuns.
Green's coming out to help them stay on this point. Beautiful portal coming out from the side of Dreadnought. Will we see the portal for the side as that's 1 pick. Make that 3. Make it 4. Strange portal coming through, able to get this free touch. but it's overtime, so these spawns are so delayed that you just don't get the chance to be able to do much going
And
forward.
just barely on overtime, Dreadnaught gets that first point. It's going to be a tough fight trying to get to second point with only 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the board.
Honestly, beautiful on the side of Dreadnaught. Not a lot of players will be willing to switch to the Strange board. As we see Ken, who switched to the Strange,
Yes.
to get that TP off for his team, while stopping the, just not really having much support. As we did see other people kind of switching over. We do see triple support coming out from Dreadnaught now. Blazing still on this Thor. Now we're seeing the Magneto coming out. And Magic still trying to put in some work, not really doing too much. Might need to be on his backline just a bit more instead of trying to fight these tanks. As we do see the massive pause coming out. Big plays going
Yes.
forward. I'm curious to see what is wrong.
It looks like everyone's ults are they're lining up quite the same again. It will be scary.
Never mind,
to
we're
see
right back to the
targets.
action.
It looks like Pierce the Heavens is keeping that Strange going. Pierce the Heavens
Magic
eager to go.
does go down. We'll get res though.
Oh,
Magneto
like a lawn chair.
absolutely bursted down. So much damage coming out on the side of Pierce of Heavens with this Phoenix Bucky DPS line. Just absolutely mowing down health bars. 2 headshots from Phoenix and maybe just even a single body shot from Bucky. And your support's down for the count.
Dreadnaught is needing to back up here and kind of regroup. They are down on support. Back on that 2 support again. And it looks like Mag will get taken out once again. They're not staggering a
Honestly,
little
I
bit
don't
more.
know if Mag's gonna work in this scenario. You have the Angel on the other side. It's just you're playing Magneto, you're playing up. You're just a free grab. As we do see Pim's Folly switching over to this Dino. Gotta be careful because this Bucky headshots and this Phoenix headshots are just free damage onto this Dinosaur. Not really any pressure coming out on the side from Dreadnaught onto these DPS or this backline. Nobody's taking an off angle. As we do see Bucky out coming out, not really gonna get anybody. I think, unfortunately, I think Phoenix got the 2-tap headshot on that Dinosaur before Bucky could land the ult.
You're seeing now both sides playing that Bucky. A lot of it could be just who's getting the better hooks out on those tanks, getting the 180 trick to the back line and taking them out quick. And I mean, Pierce the Heavens has held wonderfully here. They have 5 ults going into this fight. And we're gonna see the Cloak and Magic ult coming out from Dreadnaught with the Invis ult coming out from Pierce the Heavens. They still have a White Fox ult for this next fight. Oh, and a huge combo
Big
with
combo.
the Angela Phoenix ult. And it looks like Pierce the Heavens will end up taking this. Taking the point back.
Wow, 4 in a
Quite
row.
unfortunate for Dreadnaught, honestly and truly. Oh, Spider-Man does get the touch, but he's coming right off of the point.
0.
Honestly and truly, I think Dreadnaught's issue in this match is staying on characters for too long. They're trying to force things and they're not making any plans. Nobody's trying to put any pressure on the backline by taking an off angle, hitting it from a different side. Everybody's just running forehead first, straight down the middle, straight down the point. Eating as much damage as they possibly can from this Phoenix Bucky DPS line, and nothing's working.
I do think Pierce the Heavens will be a scary team for the lower division. They're in my playoff bracket now. And it looks like they might
I do
be...
believe that a little bit of an upset coming from the brackets, where I believe Pierce the Veil was terrifying, but Dreadnaught was one of the bracket runners coming out from our tournament organizers tier list himself,
I can detect
Mr.
strange
Phoenix.
emanations from you, but no real
And as
emotion.
much
Had
of
to
a
call him
Pierce
out.
the Veil fan I am, I did need to point out... It is Pierce
Did
the
I say
Heavens.
Pierce the Veil?
It cracked me up.
The battle starts in 5.
It looks like it
I'm
could
so
be
sad that they were
expecting-
not called Pierce the Veil. And it was such a missed opportunity. But it is still a good name. It is still a good name, Pierce the Heavens. And which they are, because Dreadnaught was sitting at the tier list, at the top of the tier list. But Pierce the Heavens is piercing that tier list and saying, you know, you're wrong. We're better. And so far, they're showing it.
I'm a little curious to see his Jeff gameplay, taking out that Dino.
As I lied, and Dinah goes down instantly.
Jeff just had to come in and show you up. But Dreadnaught
You know,
is
I-
triple support on defense.
Oh my goodness. Pierce the Heavens. This comp looks very interesting. You gotta see what Skibo Baskets can do on this Ultron with this Mantis boost. Damage boost every time. As we do see, Pam's Folly does get grabbed by the dinosaur, I believe.
This is one of the
Taken
first
out.
times. Excuse me, sorry.
You're fine. Go
This is
ahead.
one of the
Add
first
quick.
times, Expo matches included, where we're finally kind of seeing triple support played properly. I feel like most teams will play 3 on healers, and they're not getting enough damage out. But Pierce the Heavens, they have the Ultron, they have the Mantis, and they have the Jeff. I think they're getting a lot of healing out while still getting a ton of damage out.
Honestly, I totally agree. And I really love how Pierce the Heavens was really holding that point. You see Phoenix on one side, hugging a pillar, kind of taking an off angle, while you had Skibo Baskets on this Ultron with Mantis on the other side, taken from 2 different angles. This portal does not get off in time.
Oh, and the Dino! Oh, the Dino almost gets the pull in. Either way, Pierce the Heaven is going to be able to...
They're going to run through this. They're going to run through the doorway. They're going to take them out because they don't have very long to push. As Blazing Heat will jump back through, try to see if he can survive. He will survive, but will the Loki get out alive? Blazing Heat taking as much poke from this Phoenix. Speaking of heat, from this Phoenix pick, doing as much damage as she possibly can. A couple ults on the side of Pierce the Heavens. Not very many on the side of Dreadnaught, but they're coming up pretty soon as Doctor Strange will get grabbed.
Could it be a huge ult? You don't want to get your teammates in this, knowing how close point is to the end, but that Ultron
do
ult comes
believe.
out.
That is 3 down, make it 4. Only supports alive on the side of Dreadnaught, and they will go down. And you have your first winners of match number 1. I guess what? Set number 1 for your lower division, Krakoa Invitational.
First ever Krakoa Invitational group stage matches going to Pierce the Heavens or Pierce the Veils, whichever one you're feeling. And Skibo Baskets, once again, just stealing that MVP from his team.
Yeah, I think that one was undeserved.
Who do we think it should have gone to? We'll give the caster MVP.
Let's see. I think who should have gotten it was definitely Mackie.
Oh, wow. Yes. Mackie was definitely getting a lot of damage out there, but I mean, Skibo Basket.
I mean, Spiro only dying 1 time this entire match. Less than his own supports.
Yes.
Just being able to put in all that work, being able to control the space, allowing his DPS to kind of, free farm, pretty much. This Phoenix was able to just kind of do whatever she needed to do. Honestly and truly, if I'm Dreadnaught, I go back, maybe go watch these 2 games, kind of figure out where your positioning should be, where y'all were messing up. And I think that they have a lot of room to improve.
Yes, I definitely agree. I think Dreadnought maybe less on character expression, more so on the team scale of kind of setting a plan, sticking to it. They know what they're doing when they're going in. Because at the moment, it kind of feels like more of a comp game where maybe you're just kind of using voice chat over the game and you're not quite sure how you're going to go into this and who's playing what. So hopefully they can come back next time with some great team compositions and just a little bit more teamwork. I guess that's what I would want to see from them.
Honestly, a big part of Rivals currently is figuring out what comps work for your team.
Yes.
You have to you don't have to play the meta specifically. If you play more of what works for y'all, say y'all run a bit of off meta, say you like to run a Blade. You can run Blade the entire time because that's your best character. Go for it. If it works for y'all and that's what's good, then do it.
Absolutely.
Play your best characters, play your best, build a comp around it. And you can improve a whole lot more than trying to be something that you aren't really too comfortable on, or don't really know to the best of your ability.
Yes, I feel like trying to kind of learn these new meta heroes during a tournament, it's just, especially in lower elo, it's not going to work out quite well. You want to stick to your strengths and just bring those out. You know, these are players that probably have 2, maybe 3 heroes that they're really good at. And everyone else, they're going to be able to play it, but you're just not going to get as much value from it. So, you know,
Exactly.
stick to your mains. That's our advice. And yes, VODs will be saved this time, guys. Sorry.
I blame Phoenix.
I agree. Get him
You
out
know,
of here.
if we just blame the organizers, then everything works out for us, right?
Hey, I just got
You
the
know?
Twitch account that day, so...
You know, that's okay. I'm honestly not sure. I know we do have an upper division match going currently. I don't know what they are at right now. But I don't know if there's anybody streaming it either.
I don't think so, and
No, I think only 3 people were streaming it. Was a lower division game. Let's see. I know it is. That is okay. Well, then I guess with that, we will close it off for the night.
I think those were still great matches, and I'm hoping that Dreadnaught can take this and come back next time, like, even stronger. I want to see them. We're biased. We want to see Dreadnaught get better.
I really hope so. Honestly, the only place that you can go from the bottom is up.
Absolutely. And to be fair, Pierce the Heaven, I mean, that is a very daunting team to go against. So I'm sure every team will struggle against Pierce the Heaven. They very clearly have good comms going. They have their team comp sorted out. Their dive is just spectacular. And, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when other teams go against these teams. I'm not sure when our next game is. I'm hoping, hey, captains, if you're watching this, figure your match times out.
You know, I do agree. As a captain of the upper division team,
I say, that's
my team does not have fantastic availability. So
I think that's what most teams are struggling with at the moment, is the availability for sure. Some teams, every single player is chronically online, and I say that with love as someone who usually is. And some teams, they have players that just are very busy.
well, a lot of my players, at least for my team specifically, all of us are in MRC.
Oh.
So we can't really do anything during the 8 to 10 periods, or sometimes even the 10 to 12, because we all have scrims.
Absolutely. I feel like that's hard with MRC being so at the forefront of everyone's minds right now, but you know, keep an eye on Discord. In the scheduled matches chat, you'll see what matches are coming up, and you know, get that stream alert roll. Get that put on you so you can get alerted every time that a game is going and being played on this channel, twitch.tv/Krakoa Invitational. And I will give myself...
We will try to have casters and stream pretty much every single one whenever we get the chance, as long as teams don't book 2 at the same time.
Yes.
But I have been one of your hosts, Artu, with my lovely guest and other co-host, Anub. This is signing out for the night. Y'all have a wonderful night.